Good evening. I welcome you to Strange Nexus, your portal to the realms of the strange, spooky, and unexplained. On tonight's episode, Emily recounts a harrowing childhood experience that forever changed her life. Join us as she takes us back to the summer of 1995, when her and her older brother ventured into the deep, mysterious woods of Willowbrook.
As I sit here, huddled in the dimly lit corner of my room, penning down these horrifying memories, I can feel the chill in my bones. It's been years, decades even, since that dreadful day, but the terror is still as fresh as ever. My name is Emily, and I was just a young girl when the horrors of the past engulfed my life. Let me take you back to that fateful day when my brother Daniel and I ventured deep into the woods, only to cross paths with something unimaginable, something from the darkest recesses of folklore. The year was 1995, and the small, sleepy town of Willowbrook, nestled in the heart of a dense forest, was my childhood home. The forest had always held an eerie fascination for us, and my older brother Daniel was my partner in crime for all our adventures. He was a protective figure in my life, 5 years my senior, and I looked up to him with unwavering trust. He was the one who introduced me to the secrets of the woods, where every rustling leaf or chirping bird seemed to whisper ancient tales. It was a balmy summer afternoon, the kind where the world feels lazy and time stretches on indefinitely. With a backpack filled with snacks, our trusty slingshots, and a pocket full of smooth stones, we set out on one of our exploratory missions, intent on unearthing hidden treasures and uncharted territories. The forest beckoned, its towering trees casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. We journeyed deeper into the woods than we ever had before, our excitement surging as we followed the overgrown trail further and further from the safety of home. Our childish laughter rang through the trees, punctuated by the soft murmur of a hidden stream. A sense of adventure overtook us, and we decided to follow the sound of the water, hoping to find a cool, secluded spot where we could have our own private picnic. As we ventured deeper into the forest, the underbrush grew thicker, and the path more obscured. We didn't notice the transition until we suddenly found ourselves surrounded by an eerie silence. The usual symphony of forest sounds had disappeared, replaced only by the gentle, ominous trickling of water. We arrived at an old, moss-covered bridge that spanned the stream, and it felt as though we had stumbled upon a portal to a different world. The bridge was ancient, its wooden planks warped and weathered by years of neglect. Vines and wildflowers crept up the sides, concealing the crumbling stone supports beneath. I remember the smell of dampness and decay that hung in the air, and the cold, moist wood beneath our sneakers. Daniel and I exchanged curious glances before deciding to venture further. We climbed the rickety steps to the top of the bridge, our hearts pounding with anticipation. There, we discovered the stream, a narrow watercourse hidden beneath a tangled mess of thorny brambles and overgrown ferns. The water flowed sluggishly, choked by the vegetation. Our initial excitement turned to disappointment as we realized the stream was more of a pitiable trickle than a sparkling, inviting brook. Nevertheless, we decided to have some fun. We picked up stones from the ground, aiming to throw them into the water and watch the ripples expand. As we began to hurl the stones, the world around us fell into a hushed serenity. The sound of the water colliding with the surface was the only noise that filled the air, and our grins widened with each successful toss. We were lost in our little world of competition and camaraderie, the forest around us forgotten. Then it happened. As I bent down to pick up another stone, a sinister and chilling laugh echoed from beneath the bridge. My blood ran cold as I looked at Daniel, whose face had turned pale. The laughter, cruel and guttural, sounded as if it had emerged from the very bowels of the earth. "Did you hear that, Em?" Daniel's voice quivered as he whispered to me. I nodded, unable to speak. It was as though the laughter had seeped into our souls and an overwhelming dread gripped us. We both peered over the side of the bridge, our eyes darting in every direction. But we saw nothing except for the suffocating tangle of vegetation that hid the stream below. Daniel gripped my arm, his fingers digging into my flesh, and then, From the depths of the darkness beneath the bridge, a grotesque, wizened face emerged. It was a troll, unlike any creature I could have ever imagined. Its skin was a sickly green-gray, its eyes were fiery red, and its lips curled into a malevolent grin, revealing rows of jagged teeth. "Who dares disturb my peace?" The troll's voice was a harsh hiss, like nails on a chalkboard. I tried to speak, to apologize for our intrusion, but my voice caught in my throat. Daniel, however, found his voice. "We're sorry. We didn't mean to disturb you. We were just playing. We'll leave now." The troll's laughter pierced the air once more, and it sent shivers down our spines. "Leaving won't be so simple, little ones. You see, you've awakened me from my slumber, and that comes at a price." Fear engulfed us, and our eyes darted around, searching for any possible escape. The troll, however, seemed to anticipate our every move, keeping us pinned on the bridge with its malicious gaze. "What do you want?" Daniel finally managed to ask, his voice trembling. The troll grinned, revealing its gruesome teeth once more. "I want something precious, a payment for my slumber interrupted, a promise that you shall never forget this day, or you'll never be seen again." We exchanged bewildered glances, the dread in our hearts deepening. What could we possibly offer to this nightmarish creature? My mind raced, but there were no answers to be found. The troll continued, "I want your childhood, your innocence, your ability to trust the world without question. Give me your laughter, your dreams, and your unwavering bond as siblings. In return, I shall permit you to cross this bridge and live to see another day." Daniel and I stood there, paralyzed with fear, as we contemplated the troll's chilling demands. We couldn't comprehend what it was asking for, but it felt as though our very essence, our connection as brother and sister, was at stake. "Is there no other way?" I finally asked, tears streaming down my face. The troll's red eyes bore into mine, and it whispered, "No other way. This is the price you must pay for awakening me." With a heavy heart, Daniel and I nodded in reluctant agreement. The troll stretched out its wretched hand, its bony fingers trembling with anticipation. We approached the edge of the bridge, our hands trembling as we placed them in the troll's grotesque grasp. The moment our fingers touched its leathery skin, a searing pain shot through us, as if the essence of our childhood was being forcibly ripped from our hearts. Our memories, our laughter, and our innocence were torn away, leaving us with an emptiness we could never have imagined. The troll cackled with delight, its laughter echoing in the woods as it vanished back into the darkness below the bridge. We were left standing there, feeling hollow, broken, and forever changed. As we crossed the bridge, the world around us seemed different. The once vibrant and enchanting forest now appeared desolate, a place of shadows and despair. Our bond as siblings, once unbreakable, had been strained as we struggled to come to terms with the emptiness that now lay within us. Over the years that followed, we tried to live our lives as best we could, but the troll's curse had taken a heavy toll. Our once unshakable connection had become strained, and the laughter and innocence of childhood had been stolen from us. I watched as Daniel, my protector and partner in all things, grew distant and detached. The memories of our adventures and laughter together faded like distant echoes. The forest, once a place of wonder and exploration, became a haunting reminder of our lost innocence. I often found myself revisiting the bridge, haunted by the memory of the troll and the price we had paid. The bridge had become a place of dread, its ancient timbers serving as a reminder of the curse that now weighed upon our hearts. As the years passed, I longed to find a way to break the curse and restore what had been taken from us. Daniel and I had grown into adults, but the void left by the troll's theft still gnawed at our souls. I delved into books and research, seeking any mention of the troll or similar legends. I uncovered tales of ancient curses, sinister creatures, and those who had ventured into the woods and never returned. It was in one such book that I stumbled upon a potential solution, a way to confront the troll and perhaps undo the terrible bargain we had made. The book mentioned a ritual, a dangerous and perilous journey to confront the troll beneath the bridge and reclaim what had been stolen. It was a path fraught with danger, but I was willing to do whatever it took to restore what we had lost. I reached out to Daniel, who had become a recluse, his once vibrant spirit dulled by the weight of the curse. It took some convincing, but I managed to persuade him to join me on this perilous quest. We gathered the necessary supplies and set out once more into the woods, our hearts heavy with the burden of our stolen innocence. As we approached the bridge, a shiver ran down my spine. The memories of that fateful day flooded back, and I could feel the troll's malevolent presence lurking in the shadows. We followed the instructions from the ancient book, reciting incantations and performing the ritual to summon the troll. The forest seemed to come alive with malevolence as we called out to the creature, and the very air grew heavy with its impending arrival. Moments later, the troll emerged from beneath the bridge, its hideous visage unchanged by the passing years. "You dare return, little ones?" it hissed, its red eyes filled with malevolence. We stood our ground, determined to face the creature and reclaim what had been stolen from us. "We've come to undo the curse," I declared, my voice steady despite the fear that threatened to overwhelm me. The troll cackled with amusement, its laughter echoing through the forest. "Undo the curse? You can't undo what has already been taken. You'll never regain your innocence or the bond you once shared." I refused to be deterred, and we pressed on, reciting the incantations and performing the ritual as instructed. The forest seemed to close in around us, the very trees and shadows conspiring to prevent us from breaking the curse. But we persisted, our determination unwavering. As we completed the final step of the ritual, a blinding light enveloped the troll, and it let out a deafening scream of agony. The curse that had bound us for so long began to unravel, and the stolen fragments of our childhood, laughter, and innocence began to return. The troll writhed in pain, its form disintegrating into the very shadows of the forest. As it vanished, it let out a final, haunting wail, and the curse was broken. We stood there, our hearts no longer burdened by the darkness of the past. The forest around us seemed to come alive with newfound vibrancy, and the bridge, once a place of dread, was now a symbol of our triumph over the malevolent troll. Daniel and I looked at each other, tears in our eyes, as we realized that we had reclaimed what had been stolen from us. The bond between us, once strained, had been renewed, and the memories of our childhood adventures and laughter flooded back. The forest, once a place of nightmares, was now a sanctuary of wonder and beauty. As we made our way back home, we felt a sense of lightness and freedom that we hadn't experienced in years. The years that followed were filled with joy, laughter, and an unbreakable bond between Daniel and me. The curse of the troll was but a distant memory, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. As I sit here today recounting these events, I can't help but feel a sense of closure, a final chapter in a long and harrowing journey. The troll beneath the bridge may have stolen our innocence, but we refused to let it define us. We confronted our darkest fears, and in doing so, we emerged stronger, our bond unbreakable. The woods of Willowbrook still hold their secrets, but they no longer inspire fear in me. Instead, they are a reminder of our resilience, our capacity to confront the darkness that lurks in the shadows and emerge victorious. The bridge, once a symbol of dread, is now a bridge to our past, a connection to the innocence and wonder of our childhood. And though the memories of that fateful day still haunt my dreams, they are no longer a source of terror. Instead, they serve as a testament to the strength of the human spirit, the enduring bond between siblings, and the power of confronting the darkness that dwells in the heart of the forest. The horrors of that day have left their mark, but they have also shaped us into who we are today. As I sit here, I know that I am not defined by the terrors of the past, but by the strength and resilience that allowed us to confront them. The troll beneath the bridge may have stolen our innocence, but it could never steal our spirit. And for that, I am eternally grateful.
This reality never ceases to amaze me. What a tale. Now click subscribe and like this video for more Strange Nexus.